basketball matinee from Bud Walton Arena. The Arkansas Razorbacks, fresh off a win at Miami, return home to host the UTSA Roadrunners, 3-4 out of the American. Alongside Manny Watkins, I'm Brett Dorland. Delighted to have you with us. And Manny, Arkansas trailed on title for the 7th time in this series, and we are off and rolling. UTSA controls first. This is a Roadrunners team that was at St. Mary's, a good basketball program this week. They were down 23, came back to force overtime, but lost to the Gales.
Yeah, they came back down 23 two times in that game against
Jai
St.
going
Mary's.
to work. And there's Joseph. We'll talk more about him. Happy to be back. His first shot would not drop, and the Razorbacks control. Nelly Davis, nice pass and a flush from Jonas Adu, making the start here this afternoon.
That's a good pump fake by Nelly Davis, a guy who can knock the three ball down, so you have to respect it. Uses that nice up fake and finds Adu.
It's nice for Adu to make the start. We've seen Brazil, no Big Z. The question is, how many minutes can Avicic go if needed today? Millender with the elbow jumper and a knockdown for the Roadrunners, averaging 70.
Arkansas, can you make enough shots to compete with some of these teams that are of superior athletic talent?
That's a week going to St. Mary's and then Arkansas. Nice pass. Cutting to the rim is Thero, and he will go to the line. Thumb wrapped. He said it doesn't bother him, but he is
2012 national champion. Arkansas faithful are hoping.
Nelly Davis, this pass was deflected, taken away by Joseph. All the way to the rim, and there's a flush from Scooter Joseph, playing his first game of the season. That was a 20-point-a-game score last season. Shot, and Adu clears the rebound. Someone needs to see the ball go through the net.
Yeah, there's a lid on both sides. Will we get it?
Nelly Davis with a corner three, and then he really shot the ball well in the second half at Miami.
Yep, and you're hoping as an Arkansas fan that he's turning the corner from an offensive standpoint. A guy that they're going to rely on to make those three-point shots and make the defense respect Arkansas from the perimeter. So you got to feel good that he's finding his shot.
Strong move from Raekwon Horton, the former JMU player. Has been in the last couple of NCAA tournaments with 2 different teams.
That's the state of college basketball. You might be on 4 teams in 4 different years.
Well, the Roadrunners have at least 2 that are on their 4th team as Wagner misses. Thero cutting to the rim. He will score, and a chance for one more.
New coaches, new teammates, and just hit the ground running. And the reality is it just takes time. And, you know, Nelly Davis, hyperbolic results, and you want things now and instant gratification. Yeah, almost 10 games in, takes time. You'd rather be figuring out things now instead of trying to figure those things out in February and March when it's win or go home.
You sound like Coach Cow this week in practice. There's a knockdown. Down to 5. Boogie Flan going to work around the screen from Brazil. Long rebound to Wagner. Thero didn't have anybody to pass to, so he ran one off the window and down through. He's already equaled what he had as far as points in that game against Miami with 7.
Yep, that's what we're saying. I mean, a guy that is that aggressive of a scorer, you really don't, game to game, you don't really worry too much about what they've done because you know that as long as he's out there on the floor, he's going to give himself opportunity. Offense is struggling in this game. Testament to the tough defense being played on both ends, but let's see who can pick it up.
How about a knockdown from Carter Knox, who played just 7.5 minutes at Miami and scored 2 points. He betters that with 1 shot.
Really can be a difference between this Arkansas Razorback team, you know, being a second weekend team in the NCAA tournament, or a team that could find themselves going home earlier.
Pretty knockdown from Smith, 6'9" senior. Rebound collected by Smith. These teams, like boxers, just throwing some haymakers in the first couple of rounds.
Going at it.
High arcing 3 falls through from Primo. Boogie Flan off that big game has not scored yet. Trevin Brazil. all the way to the basket. How about a finger roll? What looked like a three-point attempt was.
And in those one-bid leagues, it's so hard. You have a great season and win the entire season, and then if you don't get that conference championship, you have one bad game, or you meet a team when they're hot that one day.
Lack of shots in one half or one game.
You guys got to play 8 games, 9 games. It's my time.
Billy Richmond, he's okay after he took that shot from Trevin Brazil and knocks down his first jump shot. Just a couple of points in 14 minutes at Miami. But Arkansas needs some offense, and maybe Richmond will provide some.
Yeah, he's another guy. We talked about Carter Knox, Billy Richmond III. I think those two guys, so versatile with size and being able to guard multiple positions, but also being able to shoot on the
team that won 35 games, won a game in the tournament. He won a game, and he
means to come into, a Power 5 conference arena and come away with.
Cal saying, I like flow. We don't have flow. There is none. Shot clock a factor again. Boogie. Thero to the basket and a chance for 3. There you go. 5 times out of 45 with the Wildcats. A free throw here would have put him in double figures for the 7th time this season.
You jinxed it, but
I didn't quite even get it out, though. I mean, that's a jinx by association.
That we'll see.
He'll get there.
Yeah, he'll get there. He will get there.
Just not on that free throw. Spears from Springdale. Primo Spears with the knockdown. Coach Cal wants a timeout. He didn't like the
and kind of, use the foundation of that program to help better yourself. But he came to a UTSA that's in a rebuild, and they will get there. He'll be gone, but he'll definitely be a catalyst for what happens at UTSA moving forward.
And there's the zone that Arkansas gets a look at, and Jonas Adu knocks down his second field goal of the contest. He's getting the most minutes he's had all season. Extra pass leads to an open look. Monsanto, a tremendous three-point shooter at Wake Forest. He was knocking down almost 3 makes a game.
Each other to take over the game offensively. And
Boogie went to work, and that was a tough physical shot. And Millender against Davis to the basket. Went with the left hand and scored. Millender.
We conquered the beast, but it was just daily activities, daily habits, and that's what he's instilled in UTSA.
When he said there was a pile of rocks in his video room, I said a literal one, and there's a knockdown from Spears. Another make and a quick timeout by UTSA. And indeed, they're back in that zone. Arkansas has made just 2 threes, trying to get some ball movement. Carter Knox switched hands, and he drew the foul on a bit of a wild shot, and Knox will go to the line and shoot some free throws.
Basket and get fouled just like Carter Knox just did.
Quick question for you, Knox will shoot 2. When a team,
you have to start to expect, okay, they might switch it up. So, hey, when they're in the zone, this is what we're going to do. Doing it your whole life. You've been doing it since youth basketball. Settle down and just let your instincts take over.
Open 3 was missed. Thero gets to the rim, draws another foul, and that's what he does best, attack and get to the line.
That's what Arkansas.
So ESPN had a heck of a time back on Tuesday night. I'm not sure what sports a free throw, and he will not. A couple of misses.
You might have. He said he's
trying to score their fewest points in the first half all season, unless they can score 2 or 3 and get the ball back. They'll get the ball back, but that's because Jai, with an open path to the rim, will flush.
Primo Spears just commanding the game. He's been shooting the ball so well, so you have to know where he's at all times. And Arkansas just kind of lost their man, and he's really controlling this game. A 6-year guy. Who would have thought? Experience helped.
How about that? DJ Wagner knocks down the
shot.
3. His first points, and the Razorbacks desperately needed that many on what was probably their worst half of the season.
Yeah.
Good runner.
See, Boogie Flynn yet to score today. I think that is one of the big reasons why we're not.
Oh, how about the catch and the hammer from the dude, Thero! I didn't in double figures 5 times. This puts him in double figures for the 7th time as the Razorback. That's like a tight end getting loose in the end zone, and hammers one down and then completes the 3-point play.
The young kids pat the top of their head after they see one of them. See how UTSA responds.
How about a block from Thero?
That's just superior athletic ability right there. Not much you can do with that.
Boogie Flan need to get him going offensively. He'll miss the three. Rebound kept alive. Thero will score.
Nelly Davis. His feet move a little bit quicker on defense when you know you got some offense to support you.
That was just taken away from Horton. Flan to Nelly Davis in rhythm, and there's a knockdown three.
There you go. There you go. That's when Arkansas is at their best. Transition baskets, pushing the pace, and then getting open looks.
There's an answer from Primo Speed. A couple of years. That was a strong entry pass, but another miss at the rim by Scott and the Roadrunners. Boy, they'd like to have 3 or 4 of those back, and there's Nelly Davis to the basket and scoring his first field goal inside the arc.
Nelly Davis getting that offense going. You have the Miami game where you play well. You starting to play well here. See if he can continue to string together those offensive performances. Going to need another one in New York on Tuesday.
No doubt. Primo Spears knocks down another one.
Yeah, he's just.
You're one of the best players in the nation. Don't worry about what people are saying. Just shoot. Just keep playing. And I think when he does, he's going to put up big numbers. How about that drive to the rim by DJ Wagner? That was pretty off the backboard with the left hand.
So many guys on this Arkansas team can go get a basket. Wagner, another McDonald's guy, one of the top guards in the country.
There's an answer from Scott, who just missed in the previous possession. He had 14 rebounds. But we're down by 5 at the break. Boogie Flan, step back 3. Carter Knox almost got the follow, and then Adu lost the ball as he was on his way up to flush.
A bit.
5 points, foot surgery, and just the game shape.
He's a big cog for this team, and if you're going to have the injury bug, you always want to have it earlier rather than later, so get healthy and get ready for conference play.
With Thero going to work again, he was like a running back trying to get through a hole and get to the second level.
Yeah, he's done.
I think everybody wants the mic.
Played 2 previous years of college basketball, so he's gotten the experience. And
Arkansas has outscored the Roadrunners 16-6 here in the second half. Nelly Davis open look. That looked good out of his hands. 3 threes for Davis. And I think the Roadrunners would like a timeout. They're due for a media. They could use a hit. Horton will give them one. And now Arkansas running. Davis. Thero. Couple of big steps and another.
Fine, and I think sometimes players overthink and
I
say,
agree.
okay, hey, I've got.
Arkansas will also rely on for leadership. A bit of a quiet guy, but obviously.
I want to stop the bleeding like he's done the past few times, but we're getting into scary territory with UTSA right now.
Even the shots for the Roadrunners have been forced just a bit, and that was a drive from Millender. Somehow it'll fall, and a chance for 3.
Tough move on Millender. Yeah.
He's only a sophomore, so UTSA in this world of transfer.
Program at the mid-major level. At any level, give it that, but especially at the mid-major level.
There's no doubt. Feel like a bit of a farm system at times. Thero caught it at the free throw line. Wagner open look, and Brazil touched it on the 10. Doug Schau's there for the call, and I think. What'd you think, Manny? We'll see it here. Was that ball still on? Yeah, you can't touch that.
I can't touch it.
I think it was going to drop.
I think it was.
The shots have been a little more difficult to come by here in the second half. Trevin Brazil. We're about to have showtime. Brazil with the hammer.
The whole crowd knew what was coming. Life.
Trevin did not start. Spears with a miss, and there's Brazil with the rebound. Arkansas has a chance to take their largest lead of the game, and Boogie Flan will get it on his first points of this contest. First half, but Manny, how about this one?
Right there, Trevin Brazil. And the whole crowd got ready for it. Take off. I never know what did the rims do to Trevin Brazil. The way he punches.
He takes out some anger,
Yeah, he
doesn't
takes out some anger. Like,
He flushes it so hard the ball hits himself after it goes through and ricochets away.
Some anger in those dunks. I like it though.
Smith going to work, and the 6'9" senior Buffalo transfer with the basket. Janivia Smith. Nelly Davis, he loves the alleys. Trevin Brazil loves the oops.
That's a little more graceful.
Hey, here in the last couple of minutes, Arkansas does enjoy their largest lead, and they might get another turnover at will. Wanted to see Brazil run the floor. How about
wants to get involved.
Instead? DJ Wagner with the left hand. UTSA needs a timeout.
UTSA has just come out flat in this second half. You got to be disappointed if you're the Road Runners. You had such a strong first half, and Primo Spears with another tough shot there. But
that has changed.
And Coach Cal at halftime adjustments. They matter in sports. You can't always do what the game plan.
How about that to beat the shot clock from Thero? He's turning and twisting, and finally he scores again. 20 for Thero. He had no place to go except shoot, and it went in. Millender could use a hit, and he gets one. His first three as he reaches double figures for the Roadrunners. Teams this year, in fact, they had a game against Lipscomb, an 18-point lead, got down to 4. They trailed Troy at the half. They led by as many as 13 against Pacific, only to have it cut to 2. Same thing against Little Rock, 22-7. Their long arms and their ability to block shots. Boogie Fland found an open path to the rim.
That's just
high
tough.
archer off the glass will drop. I think Coach Claunch talked about Boogie this week, and I thought it was a great line. He said he plays with a spirit, a boost, and a burst. Although that one was taken away.
He does. That's one of the things I've always noticed about Boogie Fland. He plays with
There's
joy.
a spirit.
Yeah.
As Millender knocks down the 3, and I think that permeates. And for a young guy as a freshman who started the season at 17 years old to kind of be in charge and to lead this offense, it's a lift. It's one that he's been up to, although he has not scored at his normal clip here in the game.
Yeah, I mean, we don't think about, the pressure that some of these, like you said, 17, 18-year-old kids are under. And, he handles it with grace and just plays his game and plays it well, and just there's no easy feat, and he's done an exceptional job.
Smith against Adu, another near turnover. In fact, it will be, I think. Hogs are going to run. Numbers are there. The bounce pass to Knox. 2 big steps. He'll score. The chance for one more. Carter Knox had to gather. 2 points in his last 2 games combined. And so far, 7.
He has a speedy recovery because Arkansas Razorbacks really need him.
How about Millender saying, I got to go up against Trevin Brazil? And finally, Scott got Brazil in the air, and then he missed.
Brazil.
Take away. Nifty lay-in by Joseph. His second plays and where to be and then how to execute.
Yeah, the details.
Details. There's the alley. Billy Richmond could not catch on the toss from Fland. And back come the Roadrunners. Maybe that opens the door just a bit. And a knockdown again from Primos.
The ball in the basket. He's going to have roughly 20 points. It's just, is he going to have 21 or is he going to have 29?
Arkansas bleeding some of the shot clock, but Nelly Davis, why not? That was a wide open path to the rim. That was too easy. When you can touch coaches from all across the conference, the commissioner, then players and whatnot, you know that you've left a mark. So, Bob, you'll be missed. There's no doubt. Final few minutes in this game and a knockdown from Millender. So the threes that weren't falling for a bulk of the second half have started to drop again. And maybe Arkansas hasn't had quite the same intensity defensively. And, this is still within reason for the Roadrunners if they can get a couple of stops.
Yeah, you get a couple of stops and knock a few threes down or even just a few baskets any way you can get them. You still have an opportunity with 2 minutes left, but you're going to need a lot. That doesn't help.
Nope, it does not. Adu Thero with another dunk, 22 points to lead the Razorbacks. And Trevin Brazil with the foul. He wanted a clean block.
I don't know what.
He said Miller's going up against Trevin Brazil, who has a 41. Second year in the American Conference for the Roadrunners, first under Austin Claunch, who's been a winner at Nichols and then in Alabama, trying to rebuild this team on the fly. And this was not an easy week, going to St. Mary's near San Francisco, and coming here. And tell you what, Boogie Flan was down
on these guards to control the tempo of the game and just control the pace. And played it safe.
5 blocks for the Razorbacks. Thero to Brazil. He lost that ball on the way up. So Thero will collect and score again. 24 for Adu. 5 at the break. Over Brazil. Shot wasn't blocked, but it was altered. And the Roadrunners
stalled out a little bit here in the second half.
Indeed they have. Well, Arkansas is over 52% from the field. That's what happens when you get done. Go to the line, looking to add to his 24 points, and he will. Of course, this is the NC State basketball coach and analyst, and 100% of the donations go directly to research and for anybody who's been affected by cancer, and that's most of us. We appreciate that initiative. You also appreciate Adu Thero, Manny. That's 26 points.
Yeah, 26. Like you said, didn't have the game he wanted to before, but he's such a good offensive player. Attacks the basket, always in attack mode, that you just know that he's going to continue to score the basketball at a high rate.
Arkansas had 76 points against Miami. They're at 75 today, and it's going to be enough to improve to 7-2 before they take on the Wolverines. DJ Wagner will step out of bounds with 4.4 to go. Arkansas outscored UTSA by 20 in the second half. And Manny, that was a much different second half than first for the Hawks.
Yeah, much different second half, and one that they will feel good about building going to New York City to play the Michigan Wolverines. Came out and really just attacked, forced turnovers, got some shots to fall, and Coach Cal and their staff have to be happy with that second half performance.
48-point second half for the Razorbacks. Part of a victory today against the Roadrunners, where Adu Thero led the way with